Hey folks, how you doing? All right. I have something for you today. We're talking about the Ba again. Okay. We'll speak about the Ba in more detail. We will relate the Ba to other religious traditions, explaining the relationship. Okay. And we will, of course, explain this Ba factor in terms of the natural fact, including or especially human physiology. Okay? Now we're going to do this in the context of the two truths. That is the Ba and the Ka. Okay? The Ba does not stand alone. In fact, it is the Ka first of the two truths. Then there is the Ba, the second of the two truths. There is a factor that enters in between these two too. Okay? And we'll mention that. You know what I mean? In a couple contexts, I'll mention that what comes between the Ba and the Ka, what comes between the two truths. Okay? And like I say, this is in all religious traditions. I'll explain how. So the Ba is the second of the two truths. Okay? It's like the out-breath. We breathe in. That's the Ka. Then we breathe out. That's the Ba. Okay? Now how is this explained to us in the various religious traditions? You know what I mean? So let's go to the Christian tradition first. We call it the Jesus factor. That is, Jesus would be the Ka. The Christ would be the Ba. Jesus comes first, then there's the Christ that comes second. So Jesus then begins the process. He came forth as a child. Then the Christ came as an adult, man of 30. Okay. So we have, again, the out-breath, or the in-breath and the out-breath. Jesus is the in-breath. It has to do with purification, too. Because with the out-breath, it is said, the out-breath is the completer, hence heaven. It's the heaven bringer in the mythology. Okay? So we have the Jesus and we have the Christ in terms of breathing. The in-breath and the out-breath. The Ka is the in-breath. The Ba would be the out-breath. Okay? Now we have, let's take, for example, in the Kemite tradition, that's the ancient Egyptian tradition, we have the god Shu and we have the god Anher. The Shu would here be the in-breath. And Anher, the heaven bringer, would be the out-breath. Okay? We also can relate Moses and Joshua with this. Moses is the in-breath, the Ka. Joshua will be the out-breath, the heaven bringer. He's the one who crossed over to the promised land. So he's the heaven bringer. That's the out-breath. Okay. Now we talk about the Ba as spirit, and the Ba can appear to us, and we can see it. Okay? But how? What are the conditions under which the Ba will appear? Aside from breathing. Okay? So we have peace, contentment, silence, no hatred, no animosity, no pride, no prestige. All of these things here are absent. Plus, thinking is absent when the Ba appears. That's the condition. Of those mentioned are the conditions under which their absence, that is, are the conditions under which the Ba will appear. But what are these conditions? They are the Ka. You see, Ka first. It's the first of the two truths. And then the Ba will appear under these conditions. That is, appear in spirit form. To be seen by the person. The person, under these conditions, his body, everything, his senses have been commandeered, taken over. Okay? We'll say by the pineal gland. The person has been taken over, or some say, well, the spirit. Okay. Then the Ba appears. So now we have, we see the conditions under which the Ba will appear. Okay. Not easy to come by, these conditions. Not easy to come by. Now we have what we call, in the Hindu tradition, I will say, Kumbhaka. Well, we got the Ba and the Ka here. Okay? So we have some idea what this Kumbhaka is about. But I had mentioned a third factor. We would say that is the Kum. We have the Ba, we have the Ka, and we have Kum. Okay? Well then, we know that Ka is the in-breath. We know that Ba is the out-breath, the heaven bringer. Okay? Now, between these two, there is Kum, where a person who's practicing this, let's say regulated breathing exercise, for example, holds his breath. He breathes in, he holds his breath, peace, silence, inactivity, etc. You're not breathing. You're holding your breath. That's Kum. And then you exhale. Okay. That is Ba, the heaven bringer, with the exhalation. So Kum is also involved with purification because purification takes place in silence. Okay. So now we're beginning to get things together, hopefully with the Ba and the Ka, and the part they play in our everyday lives, and the part they play in our spirituality. So now we have the Kaaba in the Muslim tradition. We got the Ka and the Ba. We sort of got that together. Okay, we have some understanding of it. But what about this Kaaba? What about the black stone? Black is associated with peace, relaxation, etc. These things are related to that silence, purification, etc. Hence the black stone. The Ka, as we know, is associated with the in-breath. The Ba, the out-breath, the heaven-bringer. The black stones dealing with the purification, the silence, the peace, relaxation, absence of hatred and contempt and pride and prestige. All these are the conditions under which the Spirit appears. So now we have an idea of the Kumbhaka. Okay? And it comes with the breathing exercise. Now we have an understanding, a better understanding, I should say, of the Kaaba in the Muslim tradition. And the black stone. This is not to refute anything that you've heard previously. It's simply given an aspect, a view of life. Just an additional aspect, an additional view, you see, so that we can get together here on these things, these spiritual occurrences relative to the Ba, the Ka, etc. But we also have the heartbeat. We have two beats, but in between the two, there is a pause. We might not notice it, but it's there. So we can see then that these two heartbeats associated with the Ba and the Ka, and the pause associated with the Kun, holding the breath, etc. Well, here, this heartbeat, okay, has this pause also. So when folks are doing their breathing exercise, they breathe in, hold their breath, and then they exhale. Well, the heart seems to do the same thing. Hence, it's a natural fact we're talking about. This is a Ba and Ka, the two truths. Okay. Not only that, when we are breathing, we breathe in, there's a pause. No matter if it's just for 1/100th of a second, there is a pause, and then we breathe out. Whether we're doing a breathing exercise or not, this happens. So now we see where these spiritual aspects, elements, occurrences occur. How they occur. They're drawn from the natural fact. And much of the spirituality that we practice or, or claim to practice, etc., comes from the natural fact, a breathing situation, a heartbeat, etc. These are the natural facts that religion comes from. Those are some of the facts. Okay, folks, it was nice talking to you, and I hope I shed a little light, on this, on spirituality in general. You know what I mean? And the natural fact from which religions are derived. Thank you, folks, and have a good one. Bye.